Fast X isn't perfect, but it's fun. I am a casual watcher of the Fast and the Furious. I've seen all of them. I saw one as a kid. I didn't really care for it. Saw two as a kid. Didn't really care for it. Tokyo Drift. By the time that one came out, I was kind of over them, but I did like the whole drifting thing in Tokyo Drift because I feel like that's when like Mario Kart started implementing it. So I watched 3 over and over again. Tokyo Drift. 4 was good. 5 probably the best. But then after 5, I just felt like they were going on too long. It was getting too crazy. Especially the Fate of the Furious, or whatever, F9. Oh, F9, that's what it's called. F9 was too dumb for me. They went into space. I don't know. It was doing too much. I was like, I zoned out in F9. And it literally broke the fourth wall saying like, oh, we're invincible, we can't be touched. And it basically does seem like that because every time somebody dies, they're not really dead. And spoiler alert, hello, John Cena dies in this movie. After being redeemed from being a villain in the 9th movie, which, I mean, he was a villain to an extent, but the reason why I like this movie, one, I don't see them redeeming Jason Momoa, because they redeemed Jason Statham after like 5 and 6 he was a villain and 7 he was a good guy. Then they made Hobbs and Shaw, so I don't see them making Jason Momoa a good guy. Second, Jason Momoa is hilarious. He has like this like flamboyant. It's not gay, but it's this flamboyantness and like painting the nails of these corpses. And he's always like, oh, the carpets match the drapes. I think I had more fun watching him this entire movie than the movie itself. The movie itself is okay. Brie Larson, seeing what she was just put in the movie. I mean, I like her now. Ever since like Captain Marvel, where she was just kind of like stoic, and maybe that's how Captain. I don't read Marvel comics, but maybe that's how she's supposed to be. Cara Danvers, but she had like you could see more. You can see more from her, like as an actress in this movie, in this role. But yeah, I mean, she was just there. There was a twist. I don't want to reveal the twist. It's not like a huge twist, but it still like got me because I had realized that this was a character, but also I just kind of forgot about it because he just got brushed away. But then it comes full circle, and I'm like, oh, I see what you did there. That's good. That's foreshadowing. That set up that payoff. And they even break the fourth wall, mentioning like, oh, you know how all your villains become good guys, they become your friends, after you defeated them and took them down. Because even the last lady, the lady with the bowl cut hair, y'all know who I'm talking about, the one like made dumb turn evil, and what was that, like Furious 8? The Fate of the 8, the Fate of the Furious, something like that, where whoever Dom turned evil for like, he went dark Bumblebee for like 2 seconds. Because they kidnapped this kid and his wife, and they killed the mother. He didn't even give a shit about that. And then then she was in the next movie where she was in a glass cage, and that's when John Cena was the main villain. It made it seem like she'd be the recurring villain, but then she got captured, and then in this movie she like shows up injured. They give a whole backstory about that. But the way the movie ends, it's like she's gonna be a good guy. So yeah, it is like a recurring theme where like all these villains become good guys. They join your family. So I like they broke the fourth wall with that. Not much else to say. I mean, I did zone out in the middle. Everybody in this movie learned like how to fight kung fu or some shit. And I tried to like say like, okay, well, Terrence, they've been through all this stuff. Like first it was just racing cars. Then it was like, then it led to like breaking Brian out of prison. And now they're just constantly fucking saving the world. So yeah, I guess they would have learned to fight. But so many fight scenes back to back in a movie, I was just like, this isn't an anime. Like, yeah, I get that there's action, but the random fight, especially one random fight scene. There was 2 random fight scenes. One random fight scene between Ludacris and Roman, that was very random. Like, I get it, but it was very random. And then another random fight scene when, like I said, the evil villain lady from like when Dom was evil. She had a new haircut. I like her haircut better than that bowl cut she had in the last movie. And it's her and Dom's girlfriend or wife, they're fighting randomly. Which I understood why Dom's wife would want to whoop her ass, but it was like, in the situation you're in, is this really the time to like try whooping her ass? So, and then it just like, abruptly ends anyway. So that was dumb. Although there's a cliffhanger. Now this other reason why the movie's good. This is why it's not great, but it's fun. It ends on a cliffhanger that's actually like kind of mouth dropping. Like I already said the spoiler review, spoiler alert. So anyways, the plane that they're on, literally like fucking. So Dom thinks that he won. He gets his son back from Jason Momoa, but Jason Momoa had set it up to where all this would happen. Like basically, where they're all gonna die at the same time, and he wants his family to see. He wants Dom to see his family die first. So this is actually somebody like making Dom suffer. Like the whole movie, Dom's been suffering and feeling pain and feeling conflicted and feeling lost. This is the first time, Dom's crew, they're on this plane. They more likely escape because there's 2 more movies coming. But it would be better if there was one more. Especially you didn't tell us you were trying to do a trilogy. If you had told us there was just one more, that'd be more interesting to say like, oh, there's 2 more. So we're like, okay, we know nobody's dead. There's 2 more movies coming, or there's gonna be whatever. It would have been better not to even have announced that, Vin Diesel. Don't announce that there was gonna be more movies. You should have said like, who knows? That would have been a better answer, because the way it ends is like Dom's crew is on this plane, and Jason Momoa's double agent that's been working for him the whole time, that Dom thought was going to be his new family. Like I said, everybody comes to Dom's family. He shoots a rocket at the plane, and supposedly all of them die. Like you see a giant explosion. More than likely, like I said, you're going to find out they jumped off the plane or some stupid shit, or they were shielded. You'll find out something how Dom's family survived. But then Dom and his son are inside of this dam that's about to blow, and they're going to be, like, drowned. That's the cliffhanger. Like, the bombs are about to go off. His crew's been killed in the plane. That's a good cliffhanger. That's the first time I think Fast and Furious ever done a cliffhanger, but it's good. It's solid. Not much else to say. It was fun. I don't, care for these movies, really. But I did have a good time. Like I said, Jason Momoa. If you don't even want to see Fast and Furious X, I don't blame you. But just go for Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa will entertain you every time he's on screen. He is so funny. Like I said, he's so flamboyant. So flamboyant to the point where he's not gay, because he still hits on chicks and he tries to sleep with chicks, as far as I know. But it's a really good performance by Jason Momoa. And I'm looking forward to Fast 11 now because of that. Jason Momoa. I hope he stays in there. I hope he stays flamboyant. I hope he stays funny. We'll see. We'll see what they do. That's all.